Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Noza with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the truth about Soul Badguy. Now, for a long time, we've gotten this strong opinion that, Soul Badguy is no longer where he once was, that he is no longer a strong character. But I wanted to talk about this particularly because we have been seeing quite a few results in regards to the character. When the game had first dropped, we had seen quite a few Soul players. This was namely because of how strong his Far Slash was. His Far Slash was basically dominating the game at the beginning stages of Guilty Gear. However, with time and with certain patches, Soul became a character that was a little bit more niche in pick, as opposed to being the character that most people gravitated to. And so the narrative quickly became from you're trolling for not picking Soul to who even plays Soul anymore. And this narrative became so widespread that sometimes I even catch myself thinking, who even actually plays Soul? But with the results of previous events, as well as this event that happened yesterday, we have seen that Soul is in fact a good character and can hang with the best of them. Albeit Happy Chaos was not in attendance in regards to yesterday's event. However, with that being said, he did very well in regards to dealing with the top tiers and dealing with great players. So the main purpose of this video is to in fact criticize once again the fact that the idea of what is top tier and what is not top tier is completely dependent on how well you want to flesh out the character. If you are not fleshing out the character, I don't believe that you have the room to dictate whether or not a character is good or is a terrible character. And with that being said, we have seen a significant rise in characters that are considered a little bit not traditional doing incredibly well at the highest levels of play. So then it begs the question, where are these ideas of a tier list coming from? Are they coming from the online environment? Are they coming from possibly the casuals that they were playing offline against certain individuals? Where does it come from? Because clearly we are seeing a certain rise of characters that are traditionally seen as mid-tier or weak. And although they would probably bring up the argument that, oh, it's a mid-tier, anyone can win, in those specific areas, you can tell that they're just kind of capped because they're not really bringing that up when they're making videos on tier list, right? So it's just something to keep in mind when you're watching the tier list and seeing how people interact with them. Alright. I got a little bit too heated there, but it's okay. We endure. Back to Soul. Now, the reason why I want to make this video is because I want people to understand the fact that Soul is in fact a great character, if not for his neutral, but for his overall well-rounded character design that allows him to play at pretty much most ranges, as well as to escape very difficult check situations. And if you're able to acknowledge that fact and take advantage of that fact, which is the more important part, then you start to create a version of Soul that is incredibly strong and very difficult to deal with, considering that everyone just kind of wants to swing at you and hopefully they get a home run at it. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I'm just trying to encourage others to think a little bit outside of the box, outside of the norm, because we have this very box-like thinking that only certain characters are able to succeed, i.e. Ram, Nago, Leo, and Happy Chaos. These are the characters that people hyper fixate on and are unable to think outside of that, where there are characters like Axel or Anji and Soul who do very well. So I'm gonna sign out on this train of thought. If Soul is a mid dispenser and has no mix, but is still able to win regardless, despite being told that this character is not able to win because he's so honest, then what else are these pros wrong about, right? They've been telling us for quite some time, almost a little bit past a year now, that there are only certain characters that are able to win. So why is it that Soul has been able to win pretty often? Okay, I won't go so far as to say pretty often, but I'll say at a very interesting rate, despite being told that Soul isn't a good character. Are they lying about more? Just food for thought for you to think about before you decide to lock in with a character like Ram, not because you enjoy the character, but because you feel as though you need to play Ram in order to be successful. Just some food for thought so that you go ahead and think about your decision making when choosing your character. At that, Soul is a great beginner character if you're getting into the game. So just a little something just to leave on. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And I'm out. Enjoy the rest of the video.